Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody, whatever it may be, and wherever you are. Oh, greetings to you from all the saints here in Central California. I am coming to you here from my immaculate NICU closet. Sorry, I'm going to use this because it's kind of noisy in here. Hopefully, this works. Um, so, last week we did some power testing. Well, no. Was it last week? Yes, it was last week. And we did have some power supplies go out. So we had 3 go out in this top set of switches up here and 1 go out into this bottom set of switches down here. By the way, how do you like my wiring? That's my signature wiring style. This is the one closet I got to do straight from the get-go. I know the fiber guys are going to say, why isn't that fiber protected? Well, because I'm not that great. So anyway, they did the fiber test and they did the power test, and we lost power on these few of these switches. So this switch up here at the top, you see those green LEDs? There's 2 of them. Both of them should be lit in green. When you first plug it in and there's no power, you'll see 1 red LED, and then when you apply power to it, you'll see 2 green LEDs. Well, these had 0 LEDs lit. So we found that was kind of odd. But it was only on like 4 switches. So they came over and looked at it. The engineer used his little voltage tester. Doggone it, I have one too. And I meant to bring it and show it to you. Doggone it, sorry about that. Let me set this here. There we go. So sorry about that. I forgot to bring it. Anyway, he says he checked the voltage on all the power cables coming in. And by checking voltage, it's just an indicator. So you put it up next to the power cable. It lights up saying, yeah, there's voltage there. He wasn't like measuring it with a voltmeter or anything like that. Excuse me. So I wanted to give Tariq a chance to work with Extreme on getting these power supplies fixed. So he was doing that. It took him a couple days to get all the information going back and forth with Extreme. And I thought, well, I'm just going to come over here real quick because Extreme asked him a question. Says, well, does the failure follow the power supply? If you swap it with a known good power supply, does it still stay down? And what they're trying to do is figure out if it was a problem with the switch or a problem with the power supply. So I came over. Tariq hadn't had a chance to do that. I figured I'd just come over and do that for him real quick. And I took one of these bad power supplies out from that one up there. Well, I'll just point to this one. Took one of the bad power supplies out, and I moved it down to a switch that had a good power supply. Took the good power supply out, put it up there in that switch, plugged it back in. It wouldn't light up. Oh, maybe it's the switch. Put the power supply down here. It lights right up. Interesting. So then I take that switch or that power supply and I move it down here to the other switch, and this time I take the power cord with it. And when I did that, it wouldn't light up. So actually the failure was following the power cord. Do I have a bad power cord? Well, the power cord was plugged in. Okay, let me get moving again here. Power cord was plugged in down here to this. See, can we see it? Yeah. This UPS that's got nothing plugged into it. That's where they were plugged in. So there were four power cables plugged into that one. And you can probably see where I'm going with this. So I thought, well, let's check that UPS. Is it even running? So it came around the corner, just like this here. And here's the UPS. It's the one on the top. Come down, look at this UPS, and hopefully you can see. That's just blank. I tried turning it on. It does power on, but then it just makes noise. It just beeps and beeps and beeps. And so it's got a bad battery in it probably, because it won't completely power up. So um, we're going to replace this one. But before we're going to replace it, I went ahead and pulled the power cords from that one and moved it to the two down there that are actually working. And lo and behold, the power supply issue was fixed. Awesome, amazing, stupendous. So I went back and reported that to Tariq, and he's like, "No way, we checked that. We checked the power. There was power coming in on the power cords." And the only thing I can guess is that yes, there was power, but since all this is a little wand with a flashing light on it, said, well, it could have been putting out voltage, but just not enough voltage to power up the power supply. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, if it's only putting out like 50 volts or 60 volts or something, I say it's only putting out half voltage, then that could do it. So, yeah, anyway, putting it into the different UPS fixed things. So he went ahead and canceled the RMA on these switches. But there are two more upstairs where the power supplies are truly bad. So there was some sort of transient, whatever voltage spike happened when they did the power test, it killed my two power supplies upstairs, and it killed this UPS right down here. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but that kind of stuff happens. So in addition to doing an RMA on 2, maybe 3 power supplies, we're ordering a couple more UPSs, one for down here, one for up there. So, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 switches here, and 2 UPSs just really isn't enough to carry the load, I think, when we do these power tests. Even though it's only going to take like 30 seconds tops for the power to cut over, there's still a lot of load given the voice over IP stuff that's on there, the phones, the access points, security cameras. It just has really heavy current draw on these things, and the UPSs just go down really quickly because they're not just running the switches, they're supplying power for the switches, for the devices that the switch is supplying power to. So anyway, that was the excitement for this week. Not a whole else got done. Couple Wi-Fi complaints that aren't really worth talking about. It turned out to be user being on the wrong Wi-Fi network. See what else do we have going on. Let me see if I can step back a little bit so I'm not like right in your face. Oh yeah, so I am planning out an upgrade for our core switches. Just something I don't upgrade them a whole lot, so I'm not as good at upgrading them as the edge these edge switches right here. These things are foolproof. The others, I mean, I've never had a problem. I don't do it that often, so I need to get it done. So we're kind of mapping out, when we reboot this core, what's going to go down. When we reboot this core, what's going to go down. If we reboot this top of rack switch. So I've got 4 core switches, 4 top of rack switches, and 2 WAN switches, and 2 more top of rack switches out in our disaster recovery center. So all of those will have to be upgraded. So, and I'll talk more about that when it actually happens. We're just going to plan it out for now. That's probably not going to be for a couple of months. Because I'm still upgrading these guys. I'm in the main hospital here. We haven't done the main hospital yet, so got to upgrade these guys for the main hospital. And once that's all done, we'll move on to the cores, and yeah, we'll be good for a while. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's all I got for this week. If you liked what you saw, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Keep those prayer requests coming. You can email me at networkadminlife@pm.me. And if you have questions or prayer requests you don't want to post publicly, you can use that email. Anyway, guys, we will talk to you all next week. God bless.